This video will show you how to install and create the perfect fit for your custom fit silicone strap from Archer watch straps. This installation takes about 15 minutes and requires no previous experience with watch components. At each step, you may want to pause the video. The contents of the kit include these top and bottom halves of the strap, one spring bar tool, 4 spring bars, and the clasp. You'll also need your Apple Watch and a pair of scissors. Be careful not to press and hold the side button for too long during this install, because this could accidentally activate the SOS feature and call emergency services. Remove the old strap from your Apple Watch by pressing the release buttons on the back of the watch and sliding it off. If the buttons on your strap are stuck, you may want to use a dull-pointed object like a toothpick to help push the release button. In the next steps, we'll refer to the top and bottom of the watch. Familiarize yourself with the top and bottom orientation of your Apple Watch according to how you wear it. Worn on the left wrist, the crown is usually on the right side. Worn on the right wrist, some users configure the watch so that the crown is on the left side. Slide the half of the strap labeled top into the top of the watch. Slide the half of the strap labeled bottom into the bottom of the watch. Place the back of your wrist onto the watch and wrap the strap around your wrist. When it's quite snug, hold the position of the strap and measure the length of your overlap. Count the number of holes where the strap overlaps. Only count overlapping holes once. So with this strap, you would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If the strap is not overlapping, don't count those holes. So in this case, you'd measure 3. And in this case, you would measure the distance as 12 holes all the way to the ends on each side. In some cases, the holes may not perfectly match up, so it may seem unclear how many holes to count. Round to the closer number of holes. If you can't tell which is closer, just round down. The number you've just counted is called the hole count. Take note of your hole count for the next steps. You'll need to recall it later. Now you can determine how much to trim your strap. Using your hole count, this table will tell you how many holes you should cut from the top and bottom halves. You may want to pause here to take note of how many holes you will cut from the top and the bottom halves. You can now count how many holes to trim from the top and bottom, and cut carefully inside of the grooved guide. Insert a spring bar into the last hole on each half of the strap. You'll only use 2 spring bars, but we've included 2 spares just in case you lose any. Next, you'll attach the clasp. Open the clasp by pinching the release buttons on both sides. Locate the micro adjustment holes as you see here. Place the top half of the strap into the clasp, aligning the spring bar with the innermost micro adjustment hole. On your spring bar tool, identify the fork side. Use it to carefully compress the spring bar by grabbing on the rims, pushing down, and fitting the spring bar into the clasp. You can then slide the spring bar to notch it into place. The fork is pointy, so mind your fingers as you do this step. To attach the bottom half, first turn the clasp over and orient it like this. Use the fork tool again to attach the bottom half of the strap to the clasp. Put on the watch, close the clasp, and press firmly until you hear a decisive click. Wiggle your wrist and check your initial fitting. Remember, this is a custom fit strap, so you can find your exact fit. If it fits perfectly, you're done. If it's too tight, you can use the micro adjustment holes to make it looser. If it's too loose, you can cut more of the strap to make it tighter. First, let's see how to make it looser. Use the pin on the spring bar tool to free the spring bar. Then attach it to the other position on both sides. If it's too loose, you'll need to tighten the fit by removing holes as necessary from the strap. Recall your hole count that you used for the chart. If your hole count was even, you'll cut the next hole from the top half. If your hole count was odd, you'll cut a hole from the bottom half. To cut the additional hole, release the strap from the clasp on the appropriate side. Remove the spring bar and cut off one hole from the end, then reinstall the clasp. Remember to try both micro adjustment holes to fine-tune your fit before cutting the strap again. If you have to remove another hole to get the perfect fit, repeat this process on the other half. You should have a decent fit by now, but if you need to make it smaller, cut one hole at a time from alternating halves of the strap until you have the perfect fit. That's it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to us. We hope you enjoy your Archer watch strap.